Hi, everybody. So I decided to do a little bit of white light therapy because I felt like negative energy come from me in my last live video. So I'm gonna be doing some videos where I just talk to y'all. Sometimes they'll be on the weekend, sometimes they will be during the week. So basically, when I'm in on break from doing my retreats, my writing retreat stuff, I'll be talking to y'all. I'll be doing discussions. So make sure you hit the notification button so you don't miss these discussions. So the system have been teaching you to block your big money breakthroughs. Now we're going to talk about how this is happening, and you're going to find out in some ways it's happening that you didn't even know. Um, and it's going to be some of the things I'm going to tell you is it might even make you a little bit upset and shock you that you didn't know this stuff. But since this is like the new year, September and October is like the new year, this is a good time to make the changes. Begin to make the changes that you need to make so you can start having more money breakthroughs. Okay. So while we are waiting for more people to come in, I'm going to talk about a little bit about what I'm going to be doing on the weekends on this channel and why I won't be uploading that many videos during the week. I don't want to be in that chase money 9 to 5 energy that some people are still in during the weekday. They try to say they're not in that energy, but they are. They're just chasing money in a different way online. I don't want to be a part of that. In order to be successful, you really do have to do what 99% of people aren't doing. If you're on the same schedule as them, then you're not being successful. You're splitting the coins with everybody. So many people. You want to have your own lane, your own VIP seat section, your own time. So get off your competitor's schedule. Get off the enemy's schedule. Get off the schedule that the system has always told you you have to be on. 9 to 5. Even if you're doing, even if you're doing work online, the system say this is the time you do work. This is the time you take breaks. This is the time you do this, do that. You don't. You don't. For example, at this time, people might be preparing to slow down and like, oh, I'm about to have lunch, or I'm about to chill. You don't chill. You don't chill. You pick a different time to chill. So the chilling is really good. You pick you go a little longer than they did, or you stop a little sooner than other people. That way you're not in you're not so in competition energetically, even without trying. The system is teaching you to compete. It's teaching you to compete with all these other people you don't even know, when you don't even have to compete. You don't even have to. Your resources will be out there, and when people are shopping, they will find them. So you don't have to work when everybody else is working. You just have to have the resources out there that is of yours that's going to make money. This is something that I found out. Like when I would try to get on here and I would like, oh, I'm a grind when everybody else grind. It was like harder and harder and harder energetically. It was hard. It felt like I was fighting for my energy. But once I said, no, no, I'm not going on their schedule. My flow happened more naturally. I felt like I wasn't struggling. I didn't have any insecurities. I was accessing more knowledge, and the power was coming to me effortlessly. So if you have a certain schedule, you need to ask yourself, is that the schedule that the system has taught you to have? Or is your schedule created for your own personal energy flow? your own struggles, the what you go through, that you choose that schedule based upon that. Because let me tell you, you are not always in the whatever. You're not always in a high enough vibration to manifest when everybody else is. You're not. So you have to have a customized time to manifest money breakthroughs. It has to be customized, personal, and unpredictable. Okay? All right, we'll wait till we get more people in here. Let me give you another example. I'm going to use this live video as an example. It don't have that many people on. Why? Because the system has taught people that you don't go online on the weekend. You protect your mind. You don't be seen during the day. You don't connect with the unknown on the weekends. You go in and hide it in your house. You stay in your own yard. You stay on your porch. That's what the system has taught you. That's what the system has taught you. Weekends is, oh, I'm supposed to break and rest. Yeah, what is a weekend? The weekends does not exist. There's no such thing as weekends. There's no such things as weekends. You can manifest just as much on the weekend as you manifest during the week. But the system teaches you to be lazy, laid back, tired, sitting around, just chilling in the house, chilling in the club with your friends, just turning up with your little drinks and your little movies or watching movies on the weekend all day. The system tells you to do that because this is your off day. Why are you letting the system tell you when you need to be off of grinding? First of all, you don't need an off day if you are doing things that give you emotional fulfillment. If you what you are doing is giving you emotional fulfillment, why would you ever need to just stop doing it for days, 2 days in a row? Why would you? I came to that reason. I came to that realization. I said, why would I need off for like a whole week from this channel when I get emotional fulfillment when I'm teaching spiritualism, when I'm sharing poetry, when I'm sharing wisdom, when I'm doing psychic readings, when I'm giving guidance? I get emotional fulfillment. I show up happy and excited to do it. I leave happy and excited. I sit and say, I know did a good job, even if I don't get the views. I always get blessed through it one way or another. I'm happy. So why would I stop doing it? That makes no sense. See, that's how you block your own abundance. Letting some unknown matrix leader here in the world you never met tell you when you need to stop manifesting. Y'all, this video is powerful. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. I notice a lot of people, even on this channel, they say, I'm divine, I'm divine, I'm divine. But they're still going with the system. I need Saturdays off. Saturdays is my Sabbath. Sunday is my Sabbath. Who told you that? Who told you that? Somebody who put days on the calendar? When once upon a time our ancestors knew nothing about days. There was no days. So stop thinking in the sense of days. Start thinking timelines. Stop thinking in the sense of days if you're trying to manifest money. Start thinking about the cosmic energy. The system tells you don't think about cosmic energy because you will be a witch. Because the system knows that it's hard for it to cheat you when you connect to that gives you oxygen, life, stars. It's hard to trick you then. You're keeping your life force, You're giving gratitude for the planets and the energy that they send to you, because no matter what the system tell you, they're sending you energy and they are affecting you. They're moving in rotation. The earth is moving in rotation. This energy pool is affecting your chakras. It doesn't matter what the system tells you. The system wants you to rely only on prayer, that which is outside of you, rather than your own energy, being a master of your own energy, being a master of your own energy flow. The system don't want you to do that. The system wants you to count on unknown, unfamiliar ministers who know nothing about what you're going through at home on a daily basis, who don't know that much about your past trauma. And you're listening to them tell you to do this and that with your energy. When I used to do that, I wasn't manifesting money on a regular. I was getting the same 9 to 5 job work check. I couldn't understand. I couldn't understand it. But I was letting all these other people tell me what to do with my energy, and when and when not, when to rest, when to wake, when to do this, when to do that. I was even letting some influencers tell me, oh, get up at 5 a.m. Oh, get up, go to bed at this time. I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. Just because you get up at 5 a.m. and you feel like you manifest the money at 5 a.m., that might not be the sweet spot time for me. Because cosmically, there might be some other work being done on me that's not being done on you at 5 a.m. Knowing thyself is knowing thy energy. Knowing thy energy. And understanding when you're in your frequency, you are at your most powerful. So you is at your most connected to divine source, regardless of anybody else's schedule. Regardless. Let me give y'all an example. When I used to work at the bank, and I would, like, people would start talking to me and I would start getting popular on the job, the human resource department would try to tell me I can't talk. I just never forget that happened. Just me, even though I was hitting the numbers, even though I was meeting the quota, they was trying to shush only me up, because they knew that at that time of day, I was tapped into my power and they had no control over me. They had no control over what my energy could get and what I could do with my energy. That scared them. That scared them. So they tried to put a rule on me that they was not enforcing on nobody else. And so the other manager said to the human resource department, she's only talking a little bit. They talk to her sometime every day at this time. She always makes it on time. Her work is flawless. She exceeds the numbers. So I'm not saying that to her. He knew, because he was somebody that got rich. Okay, the manager was already rich. He knew about karma. He knew that if he went over there and told me to be quiet, that would affect his money flow, since I was already bringing him bonuses and money. Because of my healthy communication on the job, everybody was happy to be there. Everybody was doing better, bringing him more money. He knew that he would be working against himself, regardless of what human resources said. He knew that they was in a lower vibration than me and him. That they could not just focus on the fact that profits is coming in and not try to put me in the poorhouse while they get paid too. He wasn't going to participate in that. Because he wasn't about control. He was just about getting his money. And he was getting it. So that's all he cared about. And so what I'm saying is, the matrix have you work for institutions keep you in institutions that are determined to keep you in the poorhouse and they get rich at the same time. You have to take a leap of faith out of those institutions if you feel like that's what they're doing to you. Never ever work for a company that see they're keeping you in the poorhouse, keeping you in it. They are they are doing, they are the witches. They are the lake of fire, because the lake of fire is never quenched, as the scriptures say. They are the lake of fire. They are soul eaters, like the lake of fire. So soul eaters and spit the souls out and eat them again. That's what they are. Eat you up, leave you hungry and starving, release you, and then pull you back in and do it again. Stop settling for anything that doesn't care about your own financial health. Doesn't care about it. No, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. If I wasn't getting cash appreciations through this channel, I would have this entire channel. If I wasn't getting my money paid for my service over months on this channel would not exist. Because I would know that the witchcraft is of extreme greed coming through this channel and doesn't care about me at all. So I know that if I stayed, that I would be sacrificing my self-worth. No self-worth, no big money breakthroughs. No one is going to send you random $50, a random $100 bill, random 300. You'll never get that son. I get that son to me. You'll never get that son. Your self-worth is the most critical thing. Is what you have to protect at all costs. And anything that threatens that has got to go. It needs an expiration date set. Write it down. Say, this is the day I'm going to release you, because you are a threat to my self-worth. I cannot take care of myself dealing with you. And some employers don't even pay you enough for you to dress nice, for you to take care of yourself, for you to get your teeth done, or nothing, none of that. Let me tell y'all what happened to me. I stayed at a company that didn't care if I had the time to get my dental work done. They didn't care to take if I had got any tips or bonuses to be able to pay for my dental work. What ended up happening is I ended up being set back thousands on my dental work. We're talking about thousands, y'all. When I finally did leave that company and say I've got to find something better for my self-worth, it cost me double to pay for my dental. Because look, the bottom line is that you're being released too. You're being released from this planet slowly but surely. And you do not see it when you are catering to the matrix. One of the things that it does is it hides you from your lack of care for yourself. It makes it so you don't see it and you don't notice it. I'm talking especially to 25-year-olds. Because when you're 25, everything starts to really decline. It's like the magic number. Okay? Your teeth start to feel the impact of time. Your bones will start to feel a little bit. Okay? That little youthful, innocent look you had when you were in your teens is fading away. So when you hit that 25 mark, you have to make sure that you're protecting your self-worth so that you can lay groundwork with yourself. So that by the time you in your 40s and 50s, you're locked into that big money flow of energy and you cannot be stopped. Now let's get into a couple other signs, okay? That the matrix has taught you to block your money flow. It has taught you to think that you can have friends that don't care about themselves. No, you can't. They don't have to be rich, but you go out with these friends and you see they don't care about their health. You see they don't care about money, how they treat money. You cannot have them as your friends. Their energy is flowing to you, and it is affecting you, the groundwork you've done with yourself. So you're not being mean. You're not being mean by saying, I can't connect with these coworkers. I can't have these friends. You're protecting your own metaphysical space and energy, by money, vibration, strength. You're protecting it. Okay. So I stopped hanging out with everyone from my past that did not care about what they ate, drugs, whatever. If they did drugs, I don't want to know them. If they're doing drugs, all kind of drugs. If they don't care about their weight, I'm sorry, I can't be friends with them. It's not always about what somebody got. You listen to these influencers who are always telling you, you hang out with rich people. First of all, rich people are not telling you all the secrets to get rich. They're not. So you hanging out with them is not going to mean you're going to get what they got. Most of the time, they won't even hang out with you because they don't even want. Some of them don't even want you to get what they got. They won't feel that powerful above you if you got what they got. So trying to manifest rich friends is useless. Who are cash richer than you? It's useless. Product richer than you? It's useless. But what you don't want is people who don't care about themselves. You don't want them. Sometimes you're tricked to think that they care. They make you think they care about themselves, but they don't. And you know this by their gambling addictions. You know this by who they hang out with. You know this by how they treat money. You know this by how they treat their crib, how they don't declutter for months and months and months. They just sitting around with a real cluttered crib for like months. No, I had to cut off a friend about that. Every time I would go to pick them up to drive them, their house was a garbage dump. The stuff that was in their house was mostly garbage. You come in here, I got stuff over here, I got stuff right here, but it ain't garbage. And there's a place for everything and everything in its place. I have my stuff for my writing here. I have my spiritual stuff right there in my notebook, and I have my high vibrational, more expensive clothes right there. My most valuable books are right there. The point that I'm making is that you do have to make friends with people that care about their energy. The system tell you it don't matter. Just get you somebody that likes you. The system say we could just get you a friend. If they kind to you, if they're good to you, that's all that matters. No, that's not true. That is not true. So I talked about that. Okay. I'm keeping my mouth wet, y'all. So another way the system teaches you to block your financial abundance is it tells you that it can tell you how to what you should manifest. No. If you're looking outside of yourself for the system to tell you what you would be good at, you're screwed. Like you're literally screwed. When I was listening to the system, it was telling me that all I was good at is like legal stuff and legal things. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, most of my abundance would come through being a healer, helping people get through some sort of blindness to see the light, to get clarity, to get inspired creatively, psychic stuff. But the system kept telling me that I cannot be a psychic. It kept telling me this. It kept saying, you cannot be non traditional spiritual. It kept telling me this. It kept saying, no, because you have trauma from your past. You can't help other people with trauma. You ain't qualified. That's what it told me. The system told me that as a woman of color, the only way that you can make money is you would have to be somebody's mama nanny or you have to work in the kitchen somewhere. Y'all, that's I'm telling you, the system was always giving me kitchen jobs. I put in the kitchen job when I was 18 years old, application, hired on the spot. Hired on the spot. But every time I would try to get a job in creativity from the system, it would say no. That's how I knew it was what I should do. If I put in an application somewhere at a library for their creative workshop to host it, I could feel the librarians tapping into my energy. And they sense, oh, she's going to be probably more powerful at this than we are. So we're not giving her the job. The system. When these employers deny you jobs, they are also tapping in and meditating on your energy. And they're trying to make sure they do not give you a job in which you get rich really fast and they don't get a lot of your time. Or you get too many tips and bonuses enough to start your own side hustle and leave them. They're trying to make sure they don't hire you for the job that they could definitely give you abundance. You might pick up that you're naturally gifted in it and then you start doing it on the side and then you don't work for them no more. If you know your own energy, if you take time and you say, I know my own energy, so I pretty much figuring out how I'm supposed to manifest these money breakthroughs. The Matrix don't want you to do that. They're telling you also when you should wash up, when you should get dressed, all that stuff. Do you know I don't always wash up in the morning hours? Half the world do. Half the world is pushing themselves to wash up at 8 a.m. Do you know I found out that it's a no. It's a no. But a lot of people are pushing themselves. They say 7:30 a.m., 8 a.m., get in the shower. And then when they get in the shower and they get shower and whatever, then they say, oh, I'm tired. I could only walk around the block for 30 minutes. Or they got to push real hard on their walk. They got to do a lot of mindfulness to get through their walk. If you got to do a lot of mindfulness to get through your walk, at some point, just to get that hour in, you're not on schedule for your money manifestation breakthrough. You're not. You're not. You're not. And this is something that I recently learned. Like I started going for walks at 10 a.m. I noticed it felt really, really good for me to walk at 10 a.m. Although most of the world is done with their walks at that time. Okay. I started showering in the middle of my day, though most of the world is done with their showering. I started showering super, super, super early. Super early. Like working, manifesting all the way up till 1 a.m. and then getting in the shower and going to bed. Most people ain't doing that. But that just goes to show what I'm saying is that you have to get on your own energy schedule. Stop thinking everybody's energy schedule is going to work for you. Just like get that out your head, y'all. You're going to give yourself setbacks. I was trying to do that. I was like, oh, I'm going to manifest my money at like 4 a.m. in the morning. During the time that I would normally manifest my creative ideas, I was like this. Totally washed out. It didn't matter if I went to bed early the next day. The divine timing was not for me. I wasn't in my divine timing. So what I'm telling y'all It's the very first thing. Throw away the matrix schedules that you got and all the schedules that other people got you on, and try to figure out what schedule of manifesting, what energy what your energy feel like. Should I manifest money right now? Is my energy right for it? Just because you got the energy, it don't mean that you got the weight, the feeling, the health for it either. Matrix don't care about your health. It doesn't. It says I'm giving you the instructions on how to get this money for me, so I don't care about your health. The deep video, very deep video. I'm gonna share with y'all one more thing, and then I got to get back to my work. Okay, I'm on break, y'all. I'm on mini little lunch break. I'm gonna start doing discussions with y'all through my fasting time. Okay, because that's another thing. The Matrix tell you fasting, just chill. You're fasting. No, there's still work to do. If anything, you should be helping and serving, especially when you're fasting. Fasting don't mean you just chill, smoke your little CBD, and you just say, I'm gonna have me some peace and quiet for 2 hours because I'm fasting. No, you are missing breakthroughs. Okay. Hi, Mike Nice. You are missing breakthroughs. Some of the most powerful manifestation happens is when you're getting through hunger. Hunger. You're not even supposed to be aware that you're hungry. Like, seriously, you're supposed to be barely aware of the hunger feeling. You need to be barely aware of how slow the money's coming in. The money's coming in, that's all that matters. But if you are like, I'm just resting, protecting my energy, fasting, you will start to micromanage your own energy. You will start to micromanage money coming in. Your fear will set in. I was watching this movie, y'all. It's called The Killer. That's the name of the movie. Okay. He talks about how doing nothing is exhausting, right? Fasting when you're doing nothing doing fasting, it's very exhausting. You may not think it is, it's mentally. You think that it's not. You think that it's not. But then when you try to do work after the fasting, you're actually not in a humble vibration anymore. You're actually in a low passive aggressive type of fear energy and don't even know you're in it. Fasting is for you to work better for the world. It's not just for you to like, I'm just getting my waist small. I'm just trying to tap into God. It's for you to be better fit for this world. So that movie, The Killer, y'all, where he talks about um like doing things so your mind don't wander. So not keeping still so much. The Matrix, it wants to control whether you move or not. You move then, and now you don't move. Move, don't move. Move, don't move. There's nothing more powerful than actually you just keep moving. Sometimes you just move your arms while you're sitting there and while you're manifesting, or you move your legs. Okay. But literally not moving, where a lot of people will just sit there not moving when they're meditating. That's for bedtime. Movement is a blessing. Movement, give gratitude for movement. Release release your energy through the day so you can be closer to God when you sleep. Deep. The matrix tries to burn your chakras, overheat them fast. So there's nothing more you can do but serve it. And so that means you can't have big money breakthroughs. You can't. There's nothing else you can do. You're burnt. But if you take 10 to 15 minutes of breathing every hour, to cool yourself down, to cool your chakras down, and then get back to work. Then you're beating the matrix, because the matrix don't want you to do that. Why do you think the matrix system micromanages you when you work 9 to 5 jobs? It never wants you to do what I just did. It never does. Your family, your friends, they don't even want you to do it. Nobody, if they're not on your team for what you're manifesting, nobody wants you to do that. They don't, because they know that you are making sure that you don't get burnout, and so you can just keep working. For example, I've been talking 36 minutes. There's times I sit here doing this video and I go 17 seconds. The matrix tells you, stop watching this person. They're wasting your time. They're not talking right now. Go find some other distraction. Go. Because the matrix don't ever want you to have any pauses. It doesn't want you to have any pauses in which you're slowing down and you're just doing breath work. It doesn't want you to. It wants you to be thinking about the next toxic thing, the next problem, the next bad thing, things that can go wrong, this and that. Rather than take take 17 seconds to just be. The matrix wants you to think you're running out of time. It wants you to focus on time. It needs you to watch the clock. It do not want you to watch your energy more than the clock. This is something I figured out. When I watch my energy, tuning in, am I serving long enough to put me in a humble vibration without watching the clock? Okay. So basically, when I stop, I can go on and do something else that I'm good at. And I'll be ready to do that energetically. I'll be ready to do that at my best. I'll be ready to do that at my best. Everything you do through your day either serves the next thing that you do or goes against it. That's why the matrix has to control your schedule in your day. It has to. It says, if I can tell you what to do now and I can control what may happen next, that I can't control, but I'm controlling energetically. I may not be there physically to control it, but I'm controlling it energetically because what I just controlled before you did that. This is getting deep, y'all. This is getting deep. This is why the moment I'm around a narcissist and I feel like they're being a little difficult, I already know they're trying to control the energy flow of the next thing that I'm thinking of doing, that I'm planning to do, that they think I'm going to do. So what I do is I walk away. I say, you're being difficult. Woo, child. Then I'll get away. I'll leave it hanging open. Get used to leaving things without closure. Sometimes people want you to think, the matrix wants you to think it's going to give you closure. Oh, you can go to human resources and you can file a complaint. It tells you that will work. It's not going to work. You would have to go take them to court, outside of court, get a lawyer, all of that. But it wants you to think that so that you'll never leave. It wants you to think that your complaints will be respected and accepted so that you will never leave, so they can always control what type of energy you show up with when you go to do your next manifestation that they have nothing to do with. This is deep. HR is also your family. Never go, never go to them. I know y'all say, I ain't never heard of this. Nah. Mm-mm. 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 Some of the biggest opportunists is the people that was born into your family. I'm telling you no lie. I'm telling you no lie. You go to your family as a last resort. They know you too well. They know you a little bit too well in your private business. These are people that know your social security number, your birthday, hospital you born in, your childhood. No, they are the first suspects for teaching you to block your money. First suspects. They are the human resources above the human resources of your 9 to 5 job. They got more power than they got. This is real talk. How many of y'all did not go after something because your family tried to tell you, influence you not to go after it? How many times y'all had things on schedule, but your family took over the schedule? How many times did you buy yourself something, but your family members act like they was entitled to it? How many times did your family members try to tell you how you should look, what you should do, even though you did not even ask them for the advice? Unsolicited advice. Sounds almost like no different than the HR at your 9 to 5 job, huh? Sounds a little bit under no different. If you don't believe me, tell some of your family members and friends, say, you're not allowed to be in my business anymore. We can talk about things in society and life. We can talk about our community, but I no longer want to talk about my business. See how long they last in your life. See how much they keep the communication open. They won't. They won't. They expect to be in your business. They expect to know how you're spending your money. They expect to know what you're going to buy yourself, what you're going to show up with. They expect. Half the people that you already knew from your childhood, half of them are entitled people. They're entitled in your life. They think they have the special privilege of knowing your business. So they're the main ones that are being controlled by the matrix to keep you stuck and not having financial breakthroughs. You don't need friends. You need good business partners. We get our money, then maybe we can become friends. Because somebody that's a good business partner, they're above a friend. This person cares about if I get money. They care about my success. They beat any friend out here. This is yo, this is the realest talk. I had to cut off a lot of people because they don't want to focus on business with me, but they want me to sit on that phone and gossip with them. Do y'all know that sometimes in your chart there's bad habits that the devil is making you have on purpose so you don't get your money? You know how many times I could have got money if I wasn't sitting on the phone gossiping? All because somebody called me to gossip and they knew that, hey, at the time I was in low vibration in my chart and it was fun. I found it fun. And then as soon as I tried to do something creative, I couldn't do it. Because the creator said, you ran your mouth too much. You ran your mouth. You did not sit in your gut. Copyright. None of this content is for fair use. Please give me credit if you use it. People that gossip so much, they the main ones that's like blocking your, trying to block your abundance in they self. They're not sitting in their gut. Sit in your gut. Sit in it. The matrix say no. The matrix say get up. Do some work for me. Do something around this house. That's what the matrix say. Okay. It never says sit in your gut and tap into your intuition and find out what you got to do. It never says that. Always love to be here. Glad to see you. Hi. Hi, producer. I don't know if I said that right. I'm talking about HR and the family too. Everybody's in that mindset. A lot of people, that's my family. I can't. What? What? Are they joining you in this mission? So why are you riding a time for these people? There's something so creepy about that. Like I'm riding dying for these people. And these people were just in the room when I was born. Did they ask permission to see my little naked baby body? Did they find out if I want to see them before they saw me naked as a baby? Like that's another little creepy thing. Like how people have let family members see their babies new, freshly born, and they didn't even find out if the baby trusts their energy. Oh, you can see this baby. You can see this baby, my little baby, born nude, and or cause you family. Y'all, oh my goodness. I was ready to go to jail when my daughter was born. And these people went over to her and saw her new body sitting in her incubator. Like, and y'all, I didn't even know half of these nurses. They had nothing to do with my child's birth, nothing to do with it. But somebody went out and said that my baby was really beautiful. Yes, I had a very beautiful baby. Thank you, God. Praise the Most High. You know, I did manifest my baby. So she do kind of look like me. So she did take some of the best looks and features of me. Yeah, but that wasn't for them. They treated my baby like my baby was literally a showpiece at McGee. I went in there and I said, hey, bring my baby over here. And it just shocked me how family was coming in the room uninvited to see my baby. That's when I knew something was wrong with society. I knew something was twisted. So you know what I did? I told my husband, I said, take the baby and go with our baby. I literally told my husband to take my baby and get the baby away from them. I said, get my baby out of here. Because I wasn't well at the time. So they was doing work on me after my baby was born. I was like, in really bad shape. But I had enough strength to say that. I said, get my baby, get the baby, and get the baby out of here. Because I felt the whole atmosphere was twisted, y'all. It was twisted. So after that, I didn't call nobody to come see the baby. People were coming because people told them to come see the baby. It was wild. When I kept going to go get my baby out the incubator room, they kept trying to give me excuses. It's like that right now. And I'm like, my baby just sitting there though. And that's what told me like Matrix, it wants to control what can bring us abundance, our manifestation, what can bring us emotional fulfillment. Because kids do give you emotional fulfillment when you love them and you have manifested them out of love and they love you back. So the Matrix was trying to screw around with my connection with my child. So with that being said, the Matrix tell you that you need a whole team to manifest. You can't do it by yourself. People have been having babies by themselves and birthing things by themselves for hundreds and hundreds of years. They've been having babies with just them and a partner in the room, and that's it. That's it. And then if something go wrong, they call for somebody to come in, like they did in the 1800s. We have to stop thinking. We have to stop thinking that we need a whole bunch of strangers to get things done. If I had it my way and I could go back in time, I would have my baby I would literally have some money on standby to rent the most expensive. I'm talking about quality, not price, expensive in design and vibration that I can afford. That type of place, clean from head to toe, me and my partner and a standby doctor in case something go wrong. The doctor to tell my partner what to do. This is how you cut the cord. The midwife cut the cord. That's it. Nobody else. Nobody else. In case something go wrong, the doctor there, the doctor know how to resuscitate baby. The oxygen machine is on standby. That is it. It would not be in no big hospital with all these people. Anybody could come in and out and stuff. I would never do that. I would never do that again. Because your children are your children. Your children that you wanted. They are your a part of your support for your manifestation. You must protect them too, like you protect yourself. I started texting my daughter and telling her things about I know about her cosmic energy to help her because her karma can become my karma because I'm her mother. So another thing I want to talk about before I end this video. The Matrix tell you when your kids are grown, send them off into the slave chain and you're done with them. They're grown. There is no such thing as grown. There is no such thing as grown. Now there is age as far as laws and all that. Yeah, okay. A child, but 18 don't mean grown. 21 don't mean grown. Your kids need you still spiritually and cosmically. They still need you. And if you have kids, even when they're 20, you tell them stay home. Convince them to stay home with you. If you are divine, you tell them I'm telling you, it's your best interest. If in 5 years you don't have an improvement in your life, then you go ahead and leave this nest and don't come back if you don't want to. But give me the first 5 years of your adult life according to the Matrix. See what I can do with you. See how I can help you spiritually and grounded and financially. Give me until 27. Give me until 27. Because I'm telling you, most people make the biggest mistakes of their life in their 20s. Because the system says slave, work, be toxic, do the stuff. The Matrix tell your 20-year-olds. I was lucky to be able to get my daughter to keep visiting me between 18 and 20 so that I can cut the Matrix off at the path. So whatever the Matrix was trying to tell my daughter to do to block her abundance, I was able to talk to my daughter and block it. The older generation, over 50, like 55 and up, they're in judgment. I'm not in my 50s. This is what makes me mad is when people pray against me and attack me like I'm a baby boomer. I'm not a baby boomer. I have gray in my hair, but I went gray very young. I've been gray since 35, but I'm not in my 50s. But one thing I found out is they're in judgment. Some of them are in judgment. A lot of them are in judgment because they did not protect the 20s of their kids. When their kids was in their 20s, they said they went by the system. They said, "Oh, you're grown. I'm done with you. Get out of my house." So that's why there's a lot of 60-year-olds and up, 60 and up. They got heavy karmic debt. Heavy karmic debt. A lot of them, they was feasting on the life force of 20-year-olds, using them. I had 60-year-old people, 50-something-year-olds, harvesting my energy when I was in my 20s, using me to validate whatever power they had, to cater to their ego and all this other stuff, tricking me, future faking me with my projects, future faking me with the business, all type of stuff. And they were always over 50. So what I'm telling y'all is sometimes old money ain't good, ain't the best money. You say, well, this is how the ancestors, this is how my family members did it. That's old money. It ain't the best money no more. Money flow differently now. Money look differently now, and money act differently sometime now, and forced to act different. So it's not always in the wisest to have old friends, old companions. I personally have really no interest to kick it with somebody up in their 60s. I'm not hating on people in their 60s, but some of them refuse to be non-traditional. They're so hooked on the matrix, they're so hooked on the old ways that are still not working. There's no way you can manifest big abundance and freedom and free spirit dealing with those people. I've tried. I had to cut off a friend in his 60s. He's in his 60s. Why? Because he still keeps chasing the old fashioned way of getting money. He's still like, oh, I got this car, so I don't have to worry about these projects. I don't have to worry about the manifestations that we have. I got my little 9 to 5 job in my car. I'm safe. He's still in that thinking that's safe. He's still in that mindset. Still in that mindset. Normalizing, normalizing being out of shape, but want to judge everybody else for being out of shape. Stuff like that. The older generation do. Want to be critical of your health and your diet when you're looking at them and they're trash. Trash. He would be talking about women all the time. This woman's fat. This woman's out of shape. This woman, this and that. And he would be standing right in front of me and be really obese. And I used to be like, I cannot believe what I'm hearing and seeing. And you couldn't tell him nothing about himself, but you had to sit there and hear everything he had to say about you. He would text me endlessly about past decisions that I made, being critical. But then whenever I told him, like, you don't listen to me, you don't hear what I got to say, I have no say with the business. And when I would tell him, he said, I'm not hearing this. He would ghost me literally instantly, hang up on me on the phone, block me immediately in text messenger. I never got to speak. Y'all, I could show y'all these emails. I couldn't speak. I couldn't say nothing. He wasn't there for me when my mother died. He was not there for me when my mother died. But he had the nerve to come to me and think I'm going to comfort him when his mother died. He wasn't there for me when my father died, but he expected me to comfort him when his father died. I couldn't get through on his phone. He hung up on me the week my mother died and was unreachable. When my father died, he was unreachable. Nowhere to catch. This is a baby boomer. This is a baby boomer. Now he had me in that hurt energy. I got all this work with him that he hasn't mastered, that he hasn't done. And 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 he had me all upset that I wasn't manifesting. I stopped creating new work. He added to my grief. The grief got worse. But if you speak to him, he's going to tell you that he's the victim. He's going, no matter what emails, text, I'm telling y'all no lie. I'm telling y'all no lie. Say that I don't care about his feelings. Yet my parents died first, and he wasn't there for me. And when I said that to him, I said, I have nothing to do with what you're going through in your personal life. I'm just about the business. Okay. I just want to get this work finished with you. That's it. We don't have to create no more work. Let's finish what we started. But I don't want to hear about your personal life anymore. I want nothing to do with it. He said, you know what? I'm done. I'm done twisting my arm. He wanted me to cater to his emotions. So I had to go through everything I went through emotional. by myself without his support. So you know what's happening, y'all? All this stuff that I have, that I manifested that's supposed to get me rich, now I have to outsource it. I have to outsource it to companies. I have to sell off my rights. I have to sell my rights to these companies because of him. And if you're watching, good luck with your karma this November. You're in that. If you're watching, he's a Gemini too. If you're watching, you can try to do my part because that's what you're doing. He's trying to do my job now. And he figured, oh, well, she won't cater to my personal life because I didn't care about hers. I'm going to try to do her job and mine. I don't need her. I go through this with Geminis a lot. I don't know why. Because I got really significant Gemini placement and high vibration in my chart. But the low vibrational Geminis are always trying to be like me and trying to make me focus on their life without caring about mine. I go through this with Gemini sun people over and over again. People with Gemini suns and Gemini norths bring straight up hell into my life. Hell. Stay trying to do what I'm doing. Stay. They show up doing something else and they try to switch over to what I'm doing and then want me to just focus on them the whole time. And then if I go to tell them, hey, I'm going through something today. Can you care about what I'm going through? Can I have a minute for you to listen to me? They get hurt. Their feelings get hurt. And I'm like, I just don't got time for it. Hi, everybody. Oh, thank you. Thank you. And I'm not judging. I love Geminis because I'm going to keep it real with you. I'm thankful to have a Gemini in a very positive, high vibrational place in my chart. So close to my money. So close. It's like spilling into my money. So I'm grateful. Thank you, Most High. But I'm tired of fighting with people who I connect with to collaborate with. Like I'm sick of doing that. And this pushes me into my hermit energy where I have to manifest using the resources rather than connecting with people. I have to go get resources and go at it alone with the resources. I have to outsource, literally pay someone and have a contract with them signed with their name on it just for my stuff to get done. Every time I did not have a contract with other people who were into music or manifesting creatively, they did not do their part. They did not finish their part, and they tried to beat me. Oh, I'll just write the stuff and produce the stuff. Oh, I'll do the psychic. You can mentor me, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do what you do, even though I didn't show up doing that. It's y'all. It's crazy. But the matrix tell you need somebody in the room with you to manifest. You gotta have somebody like this to do it with. No, wrong. Save your money, get your contracts, pay somebody for the work. So it's on paper. And then if they don't do their work, you got the little small disclosure where to say, I have the rights to this work just as much as you, and I have the right to go market it somewhere and get my money because what you did not do. That's another thing. The matrix tell you to trust people if they're nice and kind. Trust. Yeah. No, look, never do work without contracts. I don't care if that person gave you money before, gave you a gift before, if they sent flowers at your mama's funeral. Never ever do work with someone without documented email if you can't do contracts. What you will do if they don't do their job. The matrix don't want you to do that. That's how I know when somebody's matrix. Is when they avoid that part. I say non-disclosure, disagreement. I mean agreement, non-disclosure. They say, "Well, I can't take the job." I say, "You're sent by the devil. You're sent by the devil. The devil don't like contracts. The devil don't want you to honor your contract. The devil don't like contracts unless they they can get away with anything in the contract. When you set up boundaries through your contract, the devil don't want to sign those contracts. That's how you know. If you ever want to test somebody, is this person signed by the devil to help me manifest financial struggles? If that's what that person's trying to put me into, let me see if they like this contract that's protecting my boundaries. A lot of people, they want you to see your manifestation as just fun. We're having fun. This is good. Yay. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh. But what about my boundaries? What about the plan we're going to use to get money off of this? What about that part? What about that part? You know what I do now? Now, if I have some work I did with people that I was manifesting, and the matrix told those people, you ain't got to finish that work with them. They a minority. They can't afford to take you to court. So you might as well just go ahead and leave them stuck. You know what I do? I say, I put it in God's hands. I'm going to go ahead and do what I need to do with these projects to get my money, and we'll let the courts deal with it. Justice will come out in my favor because the courts don't like abandoned projects. They don't like it. Judges don't. If you abandon a project with somebody for so long, the judges don't care if that person contracted to somebody else. The judges don't care if you went and got and paid for somebody to do it. They'll say, well, you didn't show up. You didn't. They got documented. You didn't finish. So you're screwed. Goodbye. Get out of my courtroom. That's what the judges will tell that person. Get out. I've seen it on Judge Judy before. Nope. No. No. You were power playing them. You wanted them to beg and grovel for you to do your job that you said you were going to do. No. There was no contract. There was no contract for them to not outsource the work without you. So you still don't win in court. That's what the judge will say to them. If they go before a court judge and say, they sold my tunes and my work to somebody else to do and all of that. The judge will say, well, that you're getting a small percentage because they had to do that work and you didn't participate. They had to market the work. Second thing is they got emails documenting that you needed to do your part so the work could get done and you didn't. Third of all, you was strong arming them, trying to force them to do other things before you would finish that project. You was mixing, trying to force personal into business, obviously, because why didn't you finish the business? So no, they had a right to still get paid for what they did. Stop living in fear of these matrix agents that try to act like they're not agents of the matrix. Stop living in fear of them. You got some unfinished work and they're not showing up and you have called them and emailed them, you finish it yourself. You finish it yourself. Some of them think, let me tell you how slick this dude was. He formatted the tunes so the tunes wouldn't be close to mastery in case he decided not to finish his job. I can't do nothing with the tunes. That's how narcissistic he was. That's how narcissistic he was. He sent me the tunes as WAV files instead of MP3s. MP. Okay? I think that's how he knew that if they were in a certain format, that they could be compressed to be mastered by somebody else could master them. So he sent them in a format where only they can't be mastered by somebody else. And he kept the originals of how they will be. Now, he was doing this to me the whole time, and I didn't even notice. All while he was saying, we good business partners, this and that. And soon as I said, I don't want no more personal business, nothing involved. I don't want to know what you go. I don't want nothing. I just want this business. He shut it all down. He shut it all down. But he don't realize his work can be simulated just like he simulates other people's work. Just like he simulates other people. I could hire somebody to redo his tunes as well. And I kept the originals of the tunes that I paid for. I kept those originals. I sent him copies of the originals, but I also got the originals of my own tunes that we were using. So one way or another, I'm gonna get my money. And this is something that I'm telling y'all, before y'all do business, and I'm saying this because Virgo energy up is coming up. So people are, oh, well, let me see what I'm gonna do business with. What am I going to invest in? Be careful who you invest in this Virgo energy. You're gonna be excited. I'm gonna bet on this. I'm gonna pay this person. I'm gonna buy this or whatever. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Virgo and Scorpios is about business, but be careful who you do business with. You still got time to be preparing good contracts up. Libra energy. Get those contracts written up, go online, get you some non-disclosure disagreements, work on them, spell check them, grammatically correct them, and make sure you tell anybody that you decide to go into business with during the business season. Okay? Starting new businesses, getting them off the ground. Make sure you got contracts before you send them anything. The Matrix hate contracts. It wants you to be like, well, if you ask for a contract, it means you don't trust them. No, that's not what that means. It means that you're covering your butt, period, in case SHIT happen. That's what that means. Celebrities don't do nothing without contracts, and don't nobody say nothing to them. But as soon as you pull contracts, people get offended. But if a celebrity wanted them to sign a contract to do business, they would sign it. That just goes to show how much your friends and family members act entitled to your energy. Oh, that's nice that everybody is sharing this link. Share, 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 y'all. Share, share, share. This link ain't no joke. Um, the Matrix tell you that it's wrong to be non-traditional. Let me give y'all some history of non-traditional spiritual psychic stuff. Do you realize that in most of the most abundant places, before Britain started to take over a lot, they were non-traditional spiritual people? Okay. Egypt was non-traditional once upon a time. Africa's in Egypt. Norway was non-traditional. The people that was doing everything by boats, they was non-traditional until Britain took over. Now, some of them, like the people of Norway, the Vikings, they were fighting to the end to protect their right to be non-traditional, to have what is called customs, meaning custom-made spiritual practices. They were working hard to protect that. But Britain said, this is what you got to do. This is how the Messiah should look to you. This is how you're supposed to do spiritualism. This is the scriptures you should use. The Norwegian Vikings said, no, who are you? You coming out of nowhere, coming to our country, trying to dominate our practices, telling us what to do? No. Norway was trying to get other people on their side to stop this spiritual control invasion. Other places cowered and surrendered. They would not die for their freedom of choice of spiritual practices. They were cowards. So the Vikings had to fight a lot alone. They did not have too many people on their side. This is why this is like this. This is why you have mass a number of people that is speaking, disrespecting your non-traditional spiritual practices. This is why they're saying this is new age. No, it isn't. Norway was using stones long before Britain brought the coming of Christ. Long before that, they was using stones, they were using high priestess, emperors and feminine energy to go to for spiritual and psychic guidance. They was using females. What ended up happening is that some of the born males started harnessing the energy of feminine energy and then put themselves in the position to be high priestesses. They were being, I don't mean no harm, but they were throwing away their masculine born energy to step into the roles of the feminine energy. Because high priestess is feminine energy. It's feminine. But when you go to a lot of the church here, who do you see standing up there, up front, talking to y'all? Masculine energy, don't y'all? Y'all see masculine energy. Masculine energy. Okay? People are got it wrong. The female is actually the minister. She may look masculine. It doesn't mean she's masculine energy. She's masculine because she is abundant in knowledge. Knowledge is heavy. Knowledge is earth. So of course she's going to look strong and masculine. The empress is supposed to look boom, bow, boom. She's supposed to look like that. But she's still supposed to have feminine genitals. She's still supposed to have feminine energy in the inside. The matrix has corrupted everybody to make you think that the person must be a born male in order for you to connect with God, to manifest. Oh, they're the only ones to tell you how to manifest. Born males. That is a lie. That is a lie. The emperors of the old times, they was pushed into feminine energy. They was imitating. They was imitating females. They was imitating it. They was wearing the robes that females wear. They were acting like women. I'm keeping it real, acting like women. And so people were like, hell, the emperor. No, I'm like, no, you're actually hailing somebody that's acting like an empress. Why do you think? Why do you think some of the old emperors of the old days was getting it from behind? They were getting the sensation of the orgasmic energy that an empress gets so they can steal the position. They were stealing the power of the empress through getting pounded from behind. And y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Why do y'all think? Why do y'all think there's a lot of very feminine born men that's rich, getting all these gifts and tokens? Probably wouldn't have got if they weren't. You know what? I don't care if anybody get upset. I'm speaking the truth, spiritually, the truth. Okay, this is not hate. I'm tired of every time somebody speak truth, somebody say hate. This is not gender hate or none of that. I speak the truth. I speak the truth. When you see cows are all big and thick, right? Yeah, big breasted, and they you say the cow kind of looks a little masculine because it's real thick. real thick. But no, the cow is a female. The cow is a female. Only male is a bull. There's no such thing as a masculine cow. Okay? So this is the truth. This is the truth. This is why it is forbidden. And I don't care. There's going to be people leaving this channel. If they want to leave, they can leave. I don't care. I'll speak the truth. It is forbidden to change your genetics. Now you can go around, run around here. Go ahead, go run around here, and you can be and be any gender you want. You have that right. But it is forbidden to change your genetics. You're tapping in the energy that you was not entitled to. If you was entitled to that energy, the creator would have made you born that energy so that you could not born that gender so you could naturally get the energy. You're shape shifting to access that energy. There is heavy karma for that. There is heavy karma for that. If I was going to, if I was going to, if I was going to say, okay, I'm going to live as a male, I would not touch my genitals. Yeah, I see myself as a male. Let's say I did. I see myself as a male. But I'm not entitled to the energy power. I'm not entitled to that power. I wasn't born that way. There's no such thing as having the wrong soul. You're not born with the wrong spirit. No such thing. You can say you're born with the wrong body, but you're never born with the wrong cosmic spiritual energy. That is disrespectful to God. It's disrespectful. If you were born male, your job is to lay that foundation. Your job is to protect the kingdom. Your job, your job is to make sure everybody stays in line. Your job is to build a home, opportunities to the kingdom, bring other rich people in to the kingdom, look over the contracts, lock people up, kick people out. That's what your job is as a masculine energy. But your job is not to be out here talking to everybody, counseling and healing. No, 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 no. Feminine energy. You're not supposed to be out here roaming these YouTube streets and out here giving out spiritual counseling. No, you're not. You recommend resources, you recommend books, you do things like that. Why do you think there are some emperors on this channel that on this platform that's straight up rich? Because they recommend books. There's this one dude, he's a stoic. He's like making a 10 million. He got like 10 million. He's filthy rich on YouTube. But he stays in his lane. He stays in his lane. He could be very well gay. He could be very well dressing up, cross dressing offline. But when he does YouTube, he stays in the lane of the body and the energy that he was born with. He stays in his lane. And this is the realest talk, y'all. I have been accused of being masculine, but people do not understand that the empress, she will sometimes look like she's masculine because the empress have access to ancient knowledge, ancient. So she will look stony. She will sound firm. She will sound strong. She will sound like she mean business. That's a different type of empress. There's at least three different type of elite empresses. One of them is the empress of earth. And there's nothing wrong. Some of you women of color, y'all are empresses of earth. Be it. Be the cow. Be it. That's it. That's it. But when men want to take down a empress of earth, because they in they're jealous emperor bull. They are in feminine energy. They are in feminine energy. Yeah. Sometimes I gotta have hardcore talks, especially during this time with all this shape shifting coming up. Because a lot of people they like to get secret work done during the winter and fall. I'm gonna go ahead and get a tummy tuck while everybody's hiding in the house cold. I'm gonna go in. I'm going and change my genitals, do something different, get surgeries. Let me tell you right here. You trying to get some energy you're not entitled to, and it's going to backfire in your face. It's going to backfire in your face. There is too many people trying to be the empress now. It's out of control. I don't even want to go to the male community anymore. I'm just seeing women. I don't mean no harm. Who are these guys? All females everywhere. Why don't they get up here and talk about the dark side? Why don't these men get on YouTube and get groups and talk about the wicked stuff and fight demons like the emperor's supposed to do? Some of the most profitable channels about bad things happening in society and secret wicked stuff, they are either ran by men or empresses of the earth. So why don't men do that? Why don't men start financial channels talking about how to manage money and budget money, how to save money, how to build things, how to buy things at a cheap price, how to buy farm animals, how to buy animals for the land and stuff like that. Talk about that stuff. This is a guy who got rich off YouTube. Okay, he's already rich. I watched him get rich within a year. He's wealthy. He got already 1 million subs or something. He's bringing in buku dough. You know what he did? He started a channel called Betting on Alaska. And he built his house from scratch. Now, that is an emperor. That is a straight up emperor. Dude is like young and he's already in his emperor energy. A true emperor. Okay, he does a little bit of arts and crafts because he don't have an empress. The empress keeps the emperor cool. She brings peace and emotional balance to the emperor. He get himself an empress. He won't, get too much into the watercolor. But there's nothing wrong with what he's doing. There's nothing wrong with his little bit of art he's doing, watercolor art, little feminine with the fishes and whatever. He's trying to appeal, I'm sure, to the feminine energy as well on his channel. And there's nothing wrong. But his whole channel is not feminine energy. His whole channel is not feminine energy. And let me tell you, some of y'all got people trading places with y'all. Some of y'all are dealing with men. Some of y'all women are dealing with men who are putting you as the male and they running around as the female. And this is why you're not getting gifts and they are. They won't lead you, but they want to sit and be pretty like you and get what you're supposed to get. Some of y'all are dealing with men like that. Some of y'all women. I don't even want to deal with a man like that as a friend. He won't oversee my diet. He won't manage what I'm doing or whatever, tell me when I'm making mistakes or whatever. He won't do that, but he want to compete with me for the money. No, I can't deal with a man like that. And I'm talking to y'all women because it is coming up in the season where some men gonna be switching up and they're gonna be in that feminine energy because they want free gifts. They don't want to work for the gifts. They want free money given to them, free reads. They want free. They want. I'm gonna try to get it with my looks. They go all that type of stuff. Like I'll try to look as fine as the empress, and maybe I'll get it. Trying to use their body and looks, a whole trick daddy. Y'all better be careful who y'all dealing with this Leo moon. Y'all better be careful. Trick, trick, trick masculine energy. trying to seduce you, trying to play real feminine because they want you to get a go and dig into your pockets. The Matrix tell you it don't matter long as they nice. It don't matter if that man feminine. He allowed to be feminine. It do matter because he gonna be fighting me for my money. We go out to eat. They gonna tip him. They gonna be saying his name bigger than my name, praising him more than me. And that don't make no sense. I had a talk with a man one day. I said, why do you act like everybody's supposed to praise you more than me? That's not the way it works. I'm the community energy. So when I show up, they're supposed to say, hail to the queen, hail to the queen mother, hail to the empress, because she out here doing the community work. You're dealing with the reports. You're dealing with the bad news, emperor. You're dealing with other emperors. You're dealing with the wickedry, the crimes that are happening in the community. That's what you're dealing with. I'm the compassion energy. So I get the flowers. People toss flowers to me. They toss flowers to me. I told them that they shut down. They didn't know what to say. I said, so you being feminine, I told the man, you being feminine. You are being feminine. And they didn't know what to say. Yeah, you get monuments in your name, but ain't nobody talking in your name more than mine. Because you ain't talking like I'm talking out in this community. Y'all, I'm telling you, no. In present day, these emperors, they not only want the biggest monuments, but they want everybody talking more about them than the empress. They want people to say, "Oh, he fine. Oh, he got it going on. Oh, he's so loving. Oh, he's so tender. He's so helpful." I'm like, this don't make no sense. Why do these emperors want that attention? Let the empress get that. She delivering the emotional fulfillment to you. She's delivering it. Woo. If you are in feminine energy, which is going to be coming up real strong, it's coming up real strong. Month of actually this month in November. Be careful who you choose in masculine energy, who look like they masculine. You need to say, are you actually acting? Are you actually acting masculine? Are you living like masculine? Like, are you? Are you crossing my boundaries, my emotional boundaries to be feminine with me? The matrix tell you it don't matter. The system tell you it don't matter. As long as they're kind, that's all that matters. Now, I'm not competing with no male. I'm not competing with a born male. You a born male. No, we're not competing. I don't care what you did to your body. No, we're not. And I'm not going to celebrate you as a born spiritual empress. I'm not going to. Because the work that I have to do is cosmically in me. Like literally, the energy of the planets have put that work in me spiritually. So I cannot. I cannot. The way the chart would go will always return me to so that my feminine energy will match my body. So I cannot celebrate your spirit feminine when your body was not born. Your body is changed, so it's not matching it. That causes confusion in my spiritual connection with the person. It does. It's not that somebody finds somebody weird and strange. It's like I'm looking at you and your body is not matching the energy that you're putting off. So your energy, it's like you're trying to be feminine with your spiritual behavior. You're trying to be it. And I know that you're not it. I don't try to be feminine. I don't try to be sexy. This is spiritual. This is cosmic. I don't have to learn this. No one taught me. No one taught me the sassiness. So to me, y'all, I've reached a point where I just want to deal with people who is still trying to accept the job that God gave them spiritually. If God says spiritually, okay, this is mostly how you're supposed to do your spiritual work in alignment with your born body. You don't get to tap out because you find it difficult. I'm not tapping out. Oh, it's difficult. There's no one person alive that ever saw themselves different spiritually in the energy until someone influenced them. I was not a 16-year-old thinking, well, maybe I'm really a male. Maybe I am. I remember when that thought came in my mind was when people started treating me like I was a male. When people started talking to me like I was a male, that is when that thought came in my mind. But just because people try to take what they see with your body structure and tell you who you are, it doesn't mean that's who you are spiritually, energetically. It doesn't mean that. I was really, really blocked financially in my teens. I saw other teens getting the dates they wanted. Everything was, wow. I was really, really blocked because I was believing because of my earth energy that I must be really a male. But I knew that thought never came in my head until I was exposed to influence. It gets me like people say, oh, little kids dress up like men, right? Ain't that what people say? Little kids, little boys dress up like girls. If they never saw costumes, if they never had sisters, if they never had female friends that was like transmuting that energy to them all the time, would they really be dressing up like that? This is real talk, like real talk. If they got some hormone work done, would they still say they're a male? Would that boy still say he's a girl? It just amazes me that people don't look at the chemistry within them first before assuming they know who they are. They know who they are. The chemistry must be researched before you decide who you think you are. The spiritual and the hormonal chemistry must be researched. And parents are not doing that. Friends and family are not saying, hey, did you get your chemistry checked? Did you go to a spiritual coach? They're not saying that. They're saying, you look masculine, you're masculine. That's what they're doing to women of color. You're masculine, look at you. And it's like anybody would think earth energy is masculine. There's not one person, but that doesn't mean it's masculine. Y'all, knowledge in earth is abundant. So, of course, extremely abundant. Someone would say you look masculine. Knowledge is deep. I sound deep. Someone's going to say I'm masculine. I don't care. There is graceful masculine. There is feminine masculine. The lioness, feminine masculine. So what I want to say before I close this video, stop letting people use your race, the matrix using your race and your genetics to tell you what you could get and how you need to be and what you need to do. Don't listen to that. Do not listen to that. I was told I'm not allowed to be firm. I'm not allowed to be straight, no chaser. Because that's modern. That's modern. But what I found out what it is men of color competing with me. They don't like that I am an empress of the earth. They don't like it. That's not my problem. Tell God. Tell God not to make female lions. Tell God to stop making goats. If you have a problem with that, say, God, can you please stop making goats? Because I don't like strong, firm, feminine energy. Funny thing is, when people get in trouble, they love us, don't they? I'm in trouble. I need a ride or die person. Oh, let me get me a strong woman. I always find one if she's of color. I'll find me an empress of the earth if she's of color. Want to use us to get through obstacles, to burst through, to charge in, to get motivated, to get into power, huh? But don't want to support us when we're getting rich. Don't want to do that. This is why I cut my family off. If they always want to come to me to stand up for them, oh yeah, she'll protect me. Because that's what Mother Earth do. Yeah, strong. But I don't want to deal with her firmness when she's setting up boundaries when I'm disrespecting her. I don't want to deal with her firmness when she laying down groundwork work, when she bringing in the stones, when she's manifesting stones and money to come to the kingdom so the emperor can count it and find out how much if we doing pretty good. No, I don't want to deal with her then. I want her to bring the resources because that's what she do. I want her to bring the resources, but I do not want her ever to be strong by herself. This is something that I realize. So if you feel like you love earth energy, there's nothing wrong with loving earth energy if you're a female. There is female female energy in the cosmos that is feminine energy. Don't matter what you look like. Okay? Don't sit up there and think you can't manifest because what you look like. Your nose is too big, your lips is too big, your face is too muscular, too full, your neck is too full, your arms is too big. So what? So what? A lot of thick women get paid. A lot of strong, muscular women, whatever, strong looking women with deep voices, they get in the bag too. All right. I'll see y'all later. If y'all enjoyed this video, feel free to let me know. I'm sorry if I trigger some people. It wasn't not y'all. I ain't gonna say no more because we know how people love to say everything's hate. But I'm in the energy I was born in. I'm not hiring all kind of people to get money for me because I'm not an emperor. I'm not building a darn thing with dirt and dust with my bare hands. I don't got that. I ain't got that to do. I'm not making sure something fixed and is working. I'm not an emperor. But I am going to give compassion. I am going to give the strong truth. Strong. Like earth herbal tea. You ever eat some tea with the tea leaves in it and it's like herbal? You be like, woo, this is strong with the ginger in it. I will give it that way. And if I want to add a little bit of water and sweetness to it, that's a personal choice. That's the same thing with you. Okay, women. I talk a lot to women because it's not really my place to be sitting up and like there's a male community for men, but I'm talking to women. If you're a woman and you've been thinking about doing something different with your body, maybe turning it male, I would leave it alone. That's just me. You can not show your feminine, but don't get rid of the feminine work you're supposed to do. You're blocking the real other big abundance. Okay? God likes to give more to the real, that's willing to deal with what they came here with. Okay. All right. I'll see y'all later. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to let me know. Have a wonderful day. If you'd like to send a cash appreciation gift, you can send it to my Cash App at money sign Coach B Hunter or to my PayPal. Thanks for listening, everybody. Bye.